My parents threw me out of the house when I was 7 years old. 30 years later they returned to my house and I called the cops on them. Am I the asshole? I, 37, male, was 7 years old, when tragedy struck my life due to my parents. Now they are back to ruin my life again. A short background: I am the second child of my parents, and I was unplanned. My parents always loved my sister, Sarah, 42F, more than me. She was the princess of their eyes, while I was treated like an animal by my own parents. She always got preferential treatment from my parents. Our birthdays were clubbed and was celebrated as her birthdays. She used to always get new clothes to wear, new accessories and gadgets to enjoy, while I used to get her hand-me-downs. She used to have sleepovers with her friends, but I could not have sleepovers with any of my friends just because they were imaginary. I could go on and on about my sob story, and I will. She was told to do absolutely no work in the house, while I used to do all the work, like cleaning the house, feeding the pets, doing my dad's taxes among others. And this behavior completely spoiled her, and she also started to treat me like I was adopted. There were months that I was given no food and water. My parents were pure evil. On my 7th birthday, my sister wanted to act like it was her birthday. She wanted a cake of her choice, wanted all her friends to be invited, and wanted to take all my gift as hers. And I knew that all her wishes would be met. So on the fateful day, I drew everybody's attention, and gave my parents an earful on how awfully I was treated in my own home in front of all friends and relatives. In a fit of rage I also destroyed the birthday cake. Nobody started clapping and my sister started crying and threw a huge tantrum. Enraged, my dad shouted at me to leave the house immediately with all my belongings or he will call the cops on me. In a day I was homeless. I spent the night on streets, and the next day called one of my mates who allowed me to stay in his house till I got back on my feet, in exchange of my PS4. I started searching for odd jobs, to able to afford an apartment, but nobody would provide a job to a homeless 7-year-old. But finally, found a 9-to-5 job and I put my whole focus on it to heal from my emotional trauma. Now I am a well-settled man, earning 7 figures and have a wife, Lucy, 20F. She is the perfect and the most beautiful and caring person I know. We together have 7 children, including 3 white kids, 2 black and 2 Asians. My life was going pretty well when suddenly my parents and my sister turned up to our house seeking shelter. My spoiled sister had cheated on her husband, and she tried to assault him when he filed for divorce. My sister and my parents had lost everything in the settlement and now were homeless, hence came to my house. I immediately started throwing buzzwords at them like karma is a B word, it's revenging time, and reminded of how bad they had treated me, and of course I called the cops on them. Hearing that I was making sense, my sister started crying that this was not fair. My mother started shouting that I was a monster. My dad came ahead and tried to hit me, but my reflexes were strong and I cranked his hand. The police arrived, and for this very moment in my life, I had installed security cameras on my front door to show them the footage and getting my parents arrested. The police thanked me for the evidence and noticed that such events were becoming very common. They gave me my Reddit gold and left. Am I the asshole in this situation?